There.
Ah,
Now I see everybody.
all right. It's not on yet. Oh, maybe it is. All right, welcome everyone.
Mine says live.
Yours says live. Good.
Mine
Welcome
says live.
everyone to Fabulous Friday. We are here. If you have any questions for us, please feel free to text in the box, raise your hand, or anything that give a comment. We're here. I am Sarah Oxidine. We also have Cindy Gorney, Libby, and Holly. Welcome, welcome everyone.
Welcome.
Libby, would you like to turn on your camera?
No, I just woke up. I don't want you to look at me. I don't look as good as you do today.
Oh, bless your heart. All right.
I love the
Holly's
fruit.
sitting in the bottle already. Look at Holly sitting in the bottle.
It's water
Fabulous
though.
Friday. Woo!
It's my new water bottle.
Oh, that green bottle is important. Don't let that go. For the full moon, you put water in it and say a blessing. It has to be a green glass bottle. And then you drink the water the next day for your wish to come true.
Oh, well,
Interesting.
It's hard to
Actually,
find a green bottle, believe me. I looked.
Nice. You can
there's
sprinkle that
still.
sprinkle that on the laptop, you know, like we're for our guests and everyone, we're just sprinkling our pixie dust. You're like the fairy godmother.
Woo! Well, welcome and thank you for joining us. If you like something, please put a like or a comment or share our broadcast. And we are here for anyone who would like to ask any questions on spirituality, what they're experiencing maybe, whether it's multidimensional or physical or spiritual, all is allowed here with us, okay? So I'd like to begin with that beautiful ring of fire eclipse yesterday, the solar eclipse. Oh my God. How did everyone get through that yesterday? What did you feel?
I had so much energy coming in, my head felt like it was gonna fall off my shoulders, and my neck was really sore and really foggy and super emotional. I mean, they had a third of the day when I was awake was at least spent in tears. A lot of purging.
Yes, yes. Cindy, anything?
Yeah, a lot of deep love, deep emotional love for myself, and you know, as I'm guided with the Akashic, how to share it with others. Where, you know, maybe many years ago I would have been frustrated, and I just look at things differently. Yeah, and being in nature, I just see things differently, like trees and. Yeah, I shared that with Holly. So just a lot of little inspirational synchronicities that are keeping my vibration very high. Thank you for asking.
Lovely, lovely. Libby, do you have anything to share from yesterday?
I agree that it was very emotional day starting out, and I had to just get myself out of the house and go somewhere and buy something that I don't even need. I live alone.
Shopping therapy.
Yes.
Yeah, it was emotional, and my neck hurt also. I had knots in my neck. So the day started out very painful, a lot of rain in this area. So I just had to take myself off the, not computer, my phone, out of the house. And then I had a very pleasant evening and afternoon.
Yes.
It did clear up later, didn't it? It took
It
like
did clear
almost
up.
early evening, but it eventually evened out.
Yes, I spent the morning, I had the same neck issue when I woke up, but then I had decided to connect to the sun energy with a meditation, because intuitively I knew I had to connect. And I began to see some visions of things for myself. And when I woke up, I was quite refreshed for the rest of the day. It was interesting. Yeah, it was a very, like, usually I go through an eclipse situation wherein it's quite painful in my head, like a lot of pressure in my head and pressure on my neck. And it was very short-lived. I was quite shocked by it, really, and pleasantly happy because I wasn't in pain all day.
You know what, come to think of it, my neck was hurting me too, and I met a new group, outdoor yoga, and I shared that. I said, yeah, I have all this tension in my neck, and then after the yoga, it was gone. So it was really lovely to do the outdoor yoga. And, there's been like dog yoga and goat yoga and all that. Well, this was near a lake, and it was geese yoga, because they were just coming and looking, and their babies just, walking around, and their feathers and like waddling. The babies were so cute, just, pecking in the grass, and like, what are they doing? Like, they loved our energy. It was so cool. I wish I had my camera, but I didn't have it.
Wonderful. That's awesome. Geese yoga with all the little babies.
Guys, I know there's a chakra in the back of your neck there where a lot of that pain was. Is that I only know it as an angel chakra, but
Yes, that's what I know it as. But it was kind of like pain on the side of the neck.
That's it.
I wonder if it was related to that, like it was firing it up or purging it, or
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering because
I noticed energy running around, like right around here,
the whole back of
in
your
the
head
side area, and it would be on the other
focused on the
side.
neck.
I think they're called nadis, like different energetic centers that are smaller, but they surely do pack a punch. And they're in different parts of the body, but they're smaller instead of the larger energetic centers. So the angel chakra, you usually feel it as the entire back. And the nadis, because they're smaller, you can feel them in certain pressure point areas.
Yeah.
Okay. Naughty, you said naughty.
Nadis, Nadis. It's a, what is the word?
Wow.
It's Hindu word from that. Is the, what's that ancient language over there?
Not Sanskrit. It's
Sanskrit.
Hindi. Oh, it's Sanskrit.
Sanskrit.
Okay.
Yes.
I often talk in Sanskrit, so it's just the first thing comes out of my mouth.
Oh, Danielle would like to join. I'm not exactly okay. Oh, she left again. Okay. Well, just watch us, Danielle. If you have any questions, we welcome it. Okay. Or join us. All right.
So, and if she, I know it, Danielle, tell her if she has any questions, she can put them in the comments.
Yes. Wonderful. All right. So with all of this new energy, we'd like to somehow ground it all together. We like to participate in that, the grounding of all of this new energy. Yes? Yes, very well.
Yes.
All right, everyone breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in once more. Connect to the third eye. And breathe out. See the sun within your third eye. See the ring of fire within your third eye. the corona shining in the outer layers of the sun, the planet, and the moon. As you see it, now become it. You are the sun. You are the alignment. You are one with the ring of fire. Now, as you see this image, as you are one with this image, bring the energy of it down into your body. See and feel the energy balancing left and right through your body. Feet flat on the floor as we open the foot chakras and grounding it into the earth. Balancing left and right through the body. Growing roots through the feet. Grounding the energy into the earth. Palms open as the light shines from your palms. Balance, ground. Connect to the inner sun of the earth, deep within the earth. Become one with it. You are it. You shine with it. Balance. You are the planet. Shine with the planet. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in once more. Connect to your third eye. Breathe out. And come back when you're ready.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome. Anybody feel energy like pulling from their feet?
Yeah, a lot of tingling in my feet and coming up. It was nice to send that love all the way down. And I don't know what it is, but every time I connect with you guys, I just start crying. It's just so much love. I'm such a baby, such a like mushmallow. And I don't know what my problem is.
That's
Well,
not
just let it flow.
Yes, that's a love frequency.
So much love and grace. I just.
That's all right.
The last time I was in Agartha, I was shown the central sun there. And I was told it is pure Christed energy.
Yes.
Just golden and very healing. Just having the rays of it on you. And it was pretty cool. Kind of like I'm getting a reference of Gaia's Christed heart. That is Gaia's, like we, I don't know. That's all I'm getting. Just that's her Christed heart that she shares with us.
Yes.
That it heals us so that we can heal others.
Yep.
With all that love and grace, it flows through to my students and my clients.
Mm-hmm.
She's pretty awesome, Mother Gaia. Pretty awesome.
Yes. Libby?
Yes.
Do you have anything to add?
I don't. At the moment, thank you.
I can't hear.
Yeah, I don't. At the moment, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
I would like to add, I don't know how many people are going to get this, but yesterday, a new soul, Rob and I created a new soul, who is freedom. That was the name I got, freedom for all. I'm not sure when it's going to leave or if it's going to stay or if it's just going to be a new something within me to share with others, but it's pure energy of freedom in all of its forms.
Did you tell them the whole story?
No.
I think I'm rubbing off on you, Holly.
Yes, you are.
Freedom!
Yep. So, I feel it feels like a he, male. It encompasses both, I'm hearing. Would like a light blessing for everyone. We'll see what happens. Oh my gosh, my dog will not just go away. Go,
Let
dear.
her say hi. Let her say hi. Let me see her. Can I see her?
Oh,
All right.
hang on.
Okay.
Come here, Ty. There's Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Nice.
Come here.
Hi, Ty.
Hello. Say hello to
Oh,
Mr.
what a
Reiki.
sweet
Mr. Reiki Guru.
baby.
There he is.
Oh.
He loves energy work.
Oh.
He interrupts me all the time when I'm in the middle of it, so I keep him out. Till afterwards, anyways. He's literally jumped right up on the Reiki table, laid on his back with his feet straight up, like head on the pillow, like we're ready, do it.
My son's dog was the same way. When I would have a friend over and we'd be practicing energy, and he'd be all wound up at first, and then he just like, the moaning and the noise is how he would just release and let it go, and then
Yeah.
he'd sleep. And
I've noticed with him in animals in general, because they don't have any blockages, they don't have any ego in there, blocking the process. So their time limit's typically about 10 minutes and he's done. He just receives all that he wants, and about 10 minutes is a good animal time for anybody who does energy work.
And I like to rub his third eye. He loves that.
Oh, yes. Yep. Okay. So, Sarah, is somebody there with you? Or is
the energy?
Is it my freedom wants to talk through you? Oh, my
No.
ears just started buzzing.
Through you. You're the creator of this energy.
Yes, yes, I am. Yes, we are. Okay. Aishia suitia ti okutia anta sate eki ui. Antoia sate eka onta eria sosia. Elikiti achusoti akwe santa eata. Ora tsaya tayaku. Ayasha santai ukiata anso aita uya chasete. Oya shasuta antaikia otai. Anonsai taikiacho sota antai ekio. Alonsui cha santa atu akata e. Alanzoeta oeta oeshesa taika. Please be open to these divine energies to release yourself from all that binds. Much love to you all, and we will speak again. Namaste.
It was beautiful. Thank you. I received a lot. My message is to keep asking myself. It's like I'm looking through a window like a tunnel, and as I'm going through this, I have to stop and pause and say, will this give me the freedom that I'm looking for? And to keep going through this tunnel. And into allowing and receiving all this freedom that my soul is just screaming for.
Absolutely. You coined it perfectly. Our souls are screaming for this freedom. It's time.
It takes one step at a time to understand you are always free. You can choose what your freedom looks like at any point in time. What does it feel like? Where are you? Where would you like to be at this time? This is freedom. Being in the moment of who you are now, in every moment. That is freedom. That is bliss. Are you where you want to be at this time? Now is the question. Are you?
Not yet, but I'm getting there.
Yes.
Good answer.
With
What
every
does that freedom feel like to you?
Letting go of my house and exploring the world. All the love and the joy and the blessings that are waiting for me.
Yes. They're waiting for you because they are there already. You must align with it and become it. Your freedom is always with you. in every moment. Be it in every moment. If you feel free, you are free and will be free. For that is what the universe is freedom and bliss if you allow it to be. Yes?
Yeah, thank you. I'm driving something, the wind's blowing in my hair, and that song is on the road again. Get my feet back on the road again.
Yes.
I wish I knew all the lyrics, but that's about all I know.
Yesterday, the song from Johnny Cash kept playing in my mind because of the Ring of Fire.
Oh,
I think music was integral. That was part of
very
what
much so
struck
yesterday.
me. Mine was, we did a meditation. Rob's coming. We did a meditation. Amanda Ellis's meditation for that day, and he got a message to play a particular song, and he didn't ask me about it. He just went and had Alexa play it. Oh my gosh, I burst into tears, and it just half the day I was just a mess. And it was the Love Is All Around Us by the Trogs, which is the mid-1960s, a British band. And so I see with all of you, music was just kicking our butt yesterday. In a good way.
Yes. Libby, did you have a song playing in your mind yesterday?
In my mind, no, but my radio was on as I was buzzing around town, and every song was a wonderful song. It was something I needed to hear from the past, but any one tune was not in my mind. I was in awe that the music was right on. It was what I needed to hear at the moment. I felt blessed, truly.
Talk about synchronicity.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Synchronicity has been large in my life for the past month.
Awesome.
But thinking of girlfriends calling each other at that same moment, it's been repetitive, and I'm so grateful for that.
Lovely. I find every time that I'm thinking about an emotion or feeling an emotion, songs tend to pop up in my head. Songs that I haven't heard in a long time even, they tend to pop up and describes the emotion that I feel. And it plays over and over again. It's so funny.
That reminds me of our experience, Sarah. The one day we were talking and the energies were high, you know, like they are now. And you inadvertently awoke an ancient Greek muse who is all about lyrics, poetry, and music and dance. And she, you tell your story, but I participated. I channeled her.
So
and felt her.
I was watching a show, and it was a very dramatic, very like martial arts type of show. And all of a sudden a feeling comes over me, and I got up out of the seat as the music was in crescendo, and I began dancing in a very primal, animalistic / martial arts way. It was the weirdest feeling because I've never danced like that before. I'm a dancer. I've danced many styles of dance in my lifetime, like samba, reggae, hip hop, R&B, soca. I've danced it all. Belly dancing, salsa. I've danced it all. And all of a sudden, I get out of my seat and start dancing in a very primal martial art form. And I go with it. And I'm dancing like that for a good 5 minutes. And I say, where is this coming from? Because all my sinews and muscles were stretched to the limit. And I said, what is really happening here? And so I called Holly. And I said, Holly, I don't know what's happening, but I am doing the strangest dance movements. And it turns out as we began talking, a being came, because I like to tell Holly when I feel a being and then like ask her to channel it for me so I can see who it is or understand who and what it is and why it came. And apparently her name is Terpsichore. And she is from the ancient Greek pantheon of muses.
Yeah.
Remember the muses, the Greek muses, they were goddesses and gods. So she was one of them, and she is the goddess of dance. She's a muse of dance and music.
Mm-hmm.
And
I got to feel her when I channeled her, and it was like my body was a puddle. I don't mean like condensed, but I mean, I've never felt
fluid.
No, like everything, I was fluid. Just, yeah, I can't even explain it. It was the coolest thing. But Sarah was trying out different music. You know, once she came with me, she was so powerful. She could be within both of us at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And so Sarah was saying, well, what do you think about this music? And what do you think about that music?
Oh, she did not like techno music.
Yeah, and I tried some music on my end, you know, and she finally just said, okay, enough of this. I'm going back to sleep. You know?
Yes.
I don't know how I got here, but it's been nice. Bye.
Yes, but she said she was attracted to us because of our high vibrations, and she had been asleep since the Greek time period. Oh, we can continue this conversation.
Oh gosh, yes.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So
I want to tip into Greece too. It's calling me.
Oh my gosh, yes. I made a promise to myself back when I was 9 years old. I was going back with the love of my life, which is him. And I'm going back and bond. So it's waiting for me.
Yes, and in that time period, if you remember the Greek gods and goddesses, it was said that they would ask for prayers and ask for people to serve them because they received energy.
Yes.
From the people.
Yes.
When
our
this
focus
happened.
On them.
Our focus towards them gave them energy. Mm-hmm. And she had been asleep, Terpsichore. I had to look it up.
Yes, long name.
Long name. I had to learn how to pronounce it, actually. She had been asleep on another planet within this solar system. Okay? Which is interesting. I said, really? But she used to receive energy from humans. And I made a comment to her. I said, why would you receive energy from such finite beings? And she said, well, humans at that time were easy pickings. I said, what? Because a lot of humans don't understand that where your focus goes, where your attention goes, that's where you're sending energy, right? And they also didn't understand when they were praying to these gods, they were sending energy because their focus was on these gods, and those gods received that energy to help them stay young, to help them with their powers, to help them with a lot of things. And humans, in my mind, a lot of humans do not understand their power. They do not understand where they focus. They send part of their power. They also do not understand that their power truly comes from the universe. And because of that lack of understanding, their power becomes finite and dense. Okay? So when you are not aware of your connection to the universe, your power goes from all of this to finite, finality, instead of infinite. Okay? That's what I've learned. And so when I ask people, begin to understand that you are a universal being. Your energy encompasses the entire universe. And so instead of trying to receive energy from another human being or another energetic being, understand that you are a universal being with infinite energy. And that way you're no longer feeling like you're taking from someone. Because you can derive energy that way, but it will always be finite and condensed instead of expansive.
Cindy, you wanted to say something?
Yes, and it's, I'm glad that you said that. What I'm getting is that they don't need to get it from somebody else, that they can get this energy themselves. And Sarah, as you're talking, I see you as a Greek goddess. You got this like gold crown on. Your hair is like all like spun up and kind of like out in the back like an antenna. And you have on this white garment. It's white and gold, like swirling, and there's like a gold rope coming. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Very good. Thank you for showing me that vision. Thank you. Yes.
That's cool, Cindy.
I think we should all like put crowns on.
Kind of like, I use my hair as a,
It should be like costume
like this.
Fridays.
ISIS.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, there you
It
go.
was like woven around and then it stuck up like some it was like a fancy kind of a thing. I don't know how to do it, but
Yes. Well, to continue that conversation, this is what I told Terpsy Chor, that she did not have to receive energy from other humans. And she can just realize that she's a universal being and receive energy from the universe itself, which is much more powerful. Okay? So that is a lesson we can all learn to understand about ourselves and the world around us. We come across a lot of ideas about energetic vampires simply because people take energy from each other, okay, without realizing it. And sometimes with realization. And so I like to put that information out that we need to begin to understand that our energy comes from the universe and not from each other. Okay? That way we don't drain each other of our energies. Okay?
Sarah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Cindy.
well, just, with the strong boundaries of our energy and, the energy vampires, how we need to create, strong boundaries and teach them as well, because I really honestly think that they don't understand that they are stepping on our boundaries or stepping on our toes or, you know, pulling energy where it shouldn't be done, and they could resolve issues on their own. I'm sorry, go ahead, Holly.
Oh no, I fully agree with you.
Great.
Shielding, and I often use the color rays, ultraviolet silver, which transmutes any negative energy coming to you. It'll bounce it back, but it'll transmute it into love energy. So whatever negatives coming at you will just bounce off and revert back to love. So it shields you and benefits them. And that's a really good one, along with platinum ray and diamond ray for your external coverage there.
Yes.
And you can intuitively follow whatever ones you want to fill your toroidal field with.
Yes. Libby,
Yeah.
you have anything to add?
I'm still thinking about your description. I love the way you explain things, Sarah. And
Thank you.
the first time I met you, you were describing a fly and how its little legs would rub together in the front.
Yes. To
And
say hello.
yes, that's right. I'm just here. I'm just here.
Wonderful.
Well, thank you for holding this space, Libby. We're so glad
Yes.
you're here.
Thank you, Holly, for including me.
Wonderful. Now, Sarah, I remember not too long ago you were speaking of the universal energy. Well, I channeled her. She came through, and she was a female energy that is the universe, our universe.
Mm-hmm.
So she's more than happy to share her energy with us and bolster us. This is a very mother energy, creator energy. And that was the first I'd heard of, you know, the universe itself being a sentient being. So
Yeah.
she's it's pretty exciting, all the different aspects of our existence, either around us or well beyond us, that are all coming to the forefront to introduce themselves, big and small and everywhere in between. They all want to be brought to our awareness and to once again communicate with us on a daily basis like they used to before everything was manipulated.
Mm-hmm.
Both the light and dark, you know, they're transitioning as well. They want to be filled with light. They want to increase their light quotient, and some of them are coming to us as well to expand their Christ consciousness, and then they take that back and spread it amongst their own communities. So kind of like their missionary, I should say, the Christed missionaries from the dark side are coming forward to enlighten their realms.
Yes. We've actually interacted with a couple of those beings, and they wanted to begin telling people that they can also begin to shine, because really this planet is going through an ascension phase and a vibrational, raising its vibration higher. So any lower vibrational beings are having a hard time trying to stay here. This is their home too, because understand both polarities live here. They are here. All energies, high and low, positive, negative, in and out, all of it is here. Okay? But as the planet rises in vibration, the lower frequencies have to rise up with it. Otherwise, they will have to leave in some way, fashion, and form. Whether that is our concept of dying, our concept of moving to a parallel earth where they can still be in that vibration, our concept of parallel universe. Okay? I'm going slow so everyone can understand these concepts. And so those who choose to stay here must begin to raise their vibration as the earth raises its vibration as well. And so now they're coming to a lot of the light workers for us to help them to raise their vibration so that they may stay in a place that they consider to be their home as well. Okay? So
often too it's the dark versions of our soul that coexist at the same time or what's coming forward as well. Not only ones that we're not familiar with, but they're actually our shadow aspects that come forward and personally connect with the light version of themselves.
yes.
I'm being guided to thank the energy and all the synchronicities that are coming our way. The other morning I saw a deer in the front yard and I was just in awe of it. And that's just magical. It really is. That's only like the third time I saw a deer on my block in 33 years. So, and the first time it was like a big stag, like a big one. So with my neighbor, and she got kind of scared because I didn't want him to go by the busy street, and I'm kind of guiding him. She's like, "Oh, stay back, stay back." But this one was just wandering around, and then I followed him, and he went the same area that my son's dog would go when he would take off and get loose. He went to the same area and just grazed around, and he went in the right direction away from the busy street. So I sent him with some good energy for safe travels and get back to his path and his family or whatever. So do you guys feel that we should thank all these energies and synchronicities that come? Or?
Oh, yes,
Definitely. And you bring up a great point. Even the animals are raising their consciousness and vibrations. They're becoming more aware of themselves and their surroundings and interacting more with human beings unlike they have never done before. So all beings on this planet are all raising their level of vibration and consciousness together.
I have a cool little story. I was out one night at my other house, and it was just a beautiful night, and everyone was sleeping, and I couldn't sleep, so I went out on my back porch. And it was a clear sky, and I was looking for the light ships, as well. But I just went into this prayer. I just got really quiet, and I just gave thanks for everything, just super, super thankful. And I'd heard a noise, and I was standing up on my patio, which is just like one step up from the ground, and out came this bunny, just probably 6 feet away from me. And I heard, because of the noise, I stopped praying, and I just had my hands out like this, and all this love energy was flowing. And it didn't even know I was there. And it finally turned around and looked up at me, and I was like, "Oh, aren't you pretty?" And I scared it, and it took off running all the way across the yard. And I'm like, "Oh, please don't go. Come back." And I just sent this love energy out, and darned if it didn't turn around and come right back. And it was like right at my feet, and it just stayed there. And it probably would have stayed a while had I not want to bend down and pet it. Then it took off again. But that's just a perfect example of how our higher frequency that flows through us is so well received in wild nature. They're like, finally, oh, finally, they're getting there. You know, they're finally getting to our level. You know, so they're not perceiving us as a threat now. They're more aware of our energy differences, and that's what they're going on. They're like, okay, that one's energy is stay away, you know, stay far away. And then there's others like us that they're like, okay, this is a gentle one, you know, and then they're getting closer and closer and communicating on every level, physical and etheric and even telepathically.
Yes.
Like I had one day with some bug in a window that was screaming at me. So I actually understood it. It was amazing.
See? And she one day had a yellow jacket bee, you know, those big fat furry ones.
Oh,
that
the
allow me
bumblebees.
to
The
touch it
bumblebees.
and pet it.
You can.
Yes.
You've spoken bee.
I've spoken
You
bee
and
language.
Jim Charles were having the bee collective spoke through you in their native language, and here was Jim Charles. He was just instantly
Channeling in English.
everything he said. I was like, oh my gosh, that's the first time I'd heard anybody speak bee. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. It's like I went through a stint in my channeling phase where I could connect to the language of the animals.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was awesome.
I was speaking bird, bee, whale, like all sorts of stuff was coming out of my mouth.
Land, trees, anything and everything.
Trees. Yes,
I'm getting
it's
tears.
all still there, but
Yeah.
I don't get to do it anymore unless I'm out in the world somewhere and it calls for it.
Oh yeah, but fun.
It's
That was so
fun
fun.
becoming their energies.
Yes, that's right. We do have to. I mean, when you channel, is it not true that you have to match your frequency to that of who you want to connect with?
You
Or
don't
vice
have
versa.
to match it. You just
In the
are it.
middle? You meet in the middle.
You meet the middle. You are, it's kind of like, you know you're human right now. And then all of a sudden, you know you're bee right now. Or you know you are connecting with the whales and speaking their language right now. Or you know you are a tree and speaking their language right now. So everything on this planet and in the universe contains a consciousness that can speak, that has an energetic vibration that you can connect to and join with as their energetic vibration as well. And so that's how you begin to channel those beings who we do not consider as conscious beings, even though they are, as we are still human. So it's kind of like a merging of energetic frequencies when you're channeling nature, animal, elemental type beings.
Yeah.
Rob was laughing a minute ago because when you said channeling trees, he had one night, he became a Brazilian cedar. and lived its entire life
Literally.
for a couple hours, feeling it all. And then he ended up as a fence that fell down, and he was panicking.
I remember that part.
Yeah, you were. That part of you fell down, and it was not happy.
There's how I get in the bottle again. She's hitting the bottle again.
Here's the bottle.
Funny.
Yes,
Like,
I
if you
didn't
look at
want to
your
use plastic water bottles. So I'm like, I got the idea yesterday. Well, perfect one is glass. And what comes in glass? Wine. So when I'm done with the wine and it's got a screw top, I just cleaned it and, filled it up with all kinds of good water and additives. And like, it's perfect. Why not?
Yeah.
Holly, you can become that water.
Mm.
Yes, I suppose I could. I do infuse it and
Yes, you can infuse it with
Good
energy
stuff.
or be it.
but it's just, I don't know, it's also more energetic. It's more crystalline than this.
Yes.
This is a man-made thing, where this is more natural, so you can do things. Like Libby said, put it put it in a full moon with water or something in a green bottle.
Yes, and set it outside your door and talk to the moon and tell the moon what is on your mind, what you would like to have, and bless it. And then the next morning, you go outside and bless your water, and then you drink it all, and you'll have magic.
Now,
Wow.
what is that based in? Where is that knowledge tied to?
I got it off of my Facebook.
Some group you were following?
But yes, perhaps. And I don't know where I got it.
Ah.
But every we've had 3 full moons this year, and I've done it each time. And my son says to me, "Mom, you're just so woo woo." So I put it out for him too, and I make a wish for him as well.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So
Now, why the green bottle? What is that about, the green?
it just said you must use a green bottle and preferably not plastic. So when I saw your green bottle, I immediately wanted it.
Oh, well, I think it was a German
Yeah, I think so too.
a German wine
Yeah,
bottle.
Your misdemeanor or one of those.
Yes, you do a pretty good job saying that. And it's funny, I never wanted to. It was that bottle that wanted me to make it in a water bottle, not any other one I have. Hadn't even thought about it before, but that green bottle just wanted to do that. It was pretty cool.
I can find in a green bottle and just hold on to that bottle for full moons to come.
I certainly will.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Libby.
I've experienced that before with a group, and she put it outside, but it was a clear white bottle.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
So, yeah. And
What
she called it moon water.
Moon
Yeah.
water.
That's right.
Oh, I love that name. That's so cool.
Okay.
Yes. Well, it's already past full moon, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. We'll have to look at the calendar for the next one.
We'll do that. We'll do that for sure. Libby, I have to say, as I was awakening over these past years, I found myself doing things innately, gathering things from the forest to make tea. I call it forest tea. And just certain stuff. And I didn't know why I was doing it. And a soul sister had once said, you need to read this one book. And when she's and to my surprise, it was a book about Wicca.
Yeah.
And she said, here, here's this book, and no, she didn't give it to me. I found one, what it meant. And I read it, and I was never so shocked in all my life, because I did probably 95% of that stuff without even thinking. In all good ways, you know. I didn't even know what it meant, you know. And then I think back, oh my gosh, you know, all my many lives as a healer and like a white witch, you know, healer thing. And that's where all that came from. And it's bubbling up, this knowing within me from my other lives, just built in my DNA. And I was just flabbergasted that, you know, all this was just naturally in me, and it had a name to it. And I didn't pursue it, you know, in a group or anything, but I still do my nature-y stuff, including ceremonies sometimes in the middle of the night, or rainstorms.
I need to make some more of that. Oh, sorry. I need to make some more of that forest tea. You know, I think I'm going to start with fresh ginger and then add the pine needles.
Yes, we just were out today. Our neighbor cut down 3 junipers, which is an evergreen, and you can use that as well. So when we discovered it, I'm like, where are those come from? You know, I didn't even know he had some on the other side of the house. You know, so we ran out, we got bags, and it was full of juniper berries. So I've got the greens with berries, and then I've got the berries separate. And those juniper berries are perfect for your urinary tract. Your kidneys and your bladder will actually heal infection and things. The juniper berries.
Could you do me a favor? Could you post a picture of those to make sure that I'm gathering the right ones?
Yeah. And I had a separate container, so I'm going to use the juniper evergreen in my teas. I was using the balsam fir needles, but I'm going to do it, bump up to the juniper with the berries on it, and just start adding that. And I'd heard a couple different places that it very well could help flush the body from the spike protein from jabbed people with the jab, that they're putting out these spike proteins that are affecting us that aren't. So
juniper is really good for your bath, since you have an abundance of it there.
Yeah.
Inside your house. Drop it in your bath water for cleansing. Makes sense.
Well, I'll have to blend it up. I don't really do baths, and I don't like the one here at the house. Not the right kind of tub, let's say. But I think what I'll do is, I have a really, really good processor, you know, a blend tech. It'll, you know, turn a telephone into a powder. So I'm going to put some, I'll put some soap, and I often bath or shower with sea salt, pink Himalayan sea salt, and I just put it in a shaker, and I just shake it all around and put it in my shampoo. So, you know, you do your salt bath to clear. So I think I'll just take some of my bath soap that I put on your fluffy spongy thing, and I'll just grind up the juniper berry and green along with the salt, and then just have that in a separate bottle and get the same benefit.
Now, do you mix it with the carrier oil? I love jojoba oil.
You can. I often put olive oil in my soaps and shampoos and conditioners. My hair will stand right up.
I create my own body oil, so it's jojoba, avocado oil, and fractionated coconut oil, and then I put my essential oils in, and then I, you know, after I do my skin, I exfoliate in the morning, I brush my skin, and then put my oil on, or after a shower. Yeah, it feels wonderful. But back to Sarah.
Wonderful.
Oh, thank you. I work hard on my skin, but I love it. You know, I love to self-care. It just feels wonderful. But Sarah, when we were talking about the bee before, I just want to tell you that I'm getting that you're like honey and that bee thing. And then I could see like it's like you're walking on something as a bee, and then your leg gets a little sticky and you're kind of going up like this and that. So does that mean something to you?
Well, I did had a dream once. I was a big giant bee, the size of a human, or bigger. It was a very large bee with wings. I saw myself as that being, like I was it, like that was another form of me. And so, yes, if you're seeing it, yes, thank you. I am a bee in another aspect or form of myself. So yes.
Spiders are coming to the forefront too. And snakes.
Yes. Well, ladies, I have to say goodbye. I am still here at the office. I do take
Bless
some
you,
time
Sarah.
out.
Sarah, thank you for hosting.
Thank you for
Thank
hosting,
you.
Sarah.
I'm going to bow out. Hopefully it doesn't close, but I love everyone. Thank you.
I do have to go as
coming.
well.
I'm going to go as well.
Wonderful. So everyone, thank you for coming. I'm going to say a quick light language before we go. Sanairi di ushalatana. Kianukushuroto sanai kirana. Kurunaya sen an u iniasi. Kayanage kuratai niritu. Hayanayeti sualana hakia. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
everyone. Thank you, Libby.
Thank you, everyone. Bye,
love
bye.
you.
Bye, Sarah. Bye, Libby.
Bye.
Thank you all. Bye, Rob. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Libby, for joining us.
Thank you.
Have a great
Enjoy.
weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.